I'm gonna get ready. I'm just gonna check a couple things again. And I got that song in my head because that trailer really... Can I say sucks? I don't know. Let me get ready. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get ready. Yeah. Alright, give me a second. I'm in there. Can I hear myself? I'm in there. Yeah, I can hear myself. Okay. I'm just getting one more thing ready before I get ready. Yeah. Okay. Got that going. Did I hear a weird sound? I heard a weird sound. I don't know why I heard a weird sound. Alright, now I'm gonna plug my headphones in as usual so that the sound does not overlap. Should I stop sending memes on Discord? No. Please don't. No, don't stop. Don't stop while you're at it. No! Just do what you do. Don't stop doing it. The memes must stop. Unless it's really annoying. I don't know, that's a whole other story. Alright, let me turn this on. Okay, we're good. Continue because we have progressed quite a bit. So in the previous live stream, I'm actually going to set myself a little bit of a time limit because I don't want to go up until 11. I want to make sure I finish at 10. So I'm going to set a Google timer for how long do we got? An hour and 43 minutes. So I'm gonna start that. I got that right here. Actually, I'm gonna show this right here if I can show it right here. I'm just gonna. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Oops. There we go. Okay. Here. I'm gonna mute this for a second. I'm gonna show this. Okay, so here's the timer. An hour and 42 minutes. Why? Because I need to sleep. I can't go until like 11:30. Yeah, I'm early. I'm trying to balance out my lifestyle because I want to be able to make things work. So, okay. Here. Drag this. Put this back up. Put the volume back on this. Alright, here we go. And where the... Okay, here's my controller. Alright, we're good. For one final logic reasoning spectacular. So in the last live stream, we made some headway. So, Mr. Narahado, your assistance, if you please. With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? With the observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, of these two provocateurs? Prevaricators. What? Observation. If you remember, Mr. Narahado, we knew that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? Wait, I just noticed I'm usually the only one in your streams. You're not the only one in my streams because there are other people in here. Sometimes some people can sneak in. I don't know what's up with that. But, yeah. Sometimes other people can get in here. There's a possibility that other people can show up. Give me a second. Can I look at Discord? Oh, here's a Rick and Morty Discord thing. Alright, fine. We're having a finale. Rumor knew somebody tried to fabricate by tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. I thought Kazuma was his last name. We're looking for some trace evidence that one of these two was here when it happened. Precisely. You are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazumi died. Ah, crap. What suggests that someone else was there at the scene? Here. Right here. Chunky arms. No, that ain't gonna do it. Left ear. Right ear. I think we looked at this before because this showed that the band underneath the earring was broken at some point. So let's actually take a look at it again. She has such a pretty ears among the beautiful hair, like little pink shells. Oh, what's that? There's something attached to your ear. Ah, I expect that's what it's called, an earring. It's a little piece of jewelry. An earring, is it? It really is tiny. Perhaps part of it is missing. Maybe it broke off. Maybe that's our clue as to who could possibly have been in Asogi's room on the night he was killed. So now all that's left is a class that attaches the ear. If that's the case, she doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken. That could explain something, so I'm just gonna go out on a limb in here, go out on a limb, and say, yes! Right here. It didn't work. I noticed the dainty jewelry you're wearing on your ears, Miss blah blah blah. For a final piece of this earring, Mr. Asogi's cabin, it will prove beyond a doubt that you were there. Although, we haven't actually found anything yet, so... I failed. The deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it. No! That didn't hit the mark. I find myself wanting to never have heard it. I'm quite pained by it. I failed. I failed! I failed! It was not the right ear. I gotta find a different approach. I think it's possible two ways. Either we find a trace of something that the person in question left behind at the scene. Solo voy. I have no idea what that says. Or if that's not possible, a trace of something that the person took away from the scene. Be that accidentally or deliberately. A trace of someone took away. If you observe closely enough, I believe you'll find examples of both. Give them a long, hard, uncompromising stare on all sides. That's my advice. Hi! Nori! Okay. It's not the right ear because... Is there anything around? Wait! Ink stain! Huh. Why is that there? Oh! Look at this. There's some kind of a stain in an unusual place. Yes, you're right. It looks like ink if I'm not mistaken. Huh. That could be that's definitely more of a clue. Ink. And it looks like the color too. It's clear where this came from. I think I know where this did come from. So yes! Yep, that did it. The ink stain on the back of his shirt. Seems Stroganoff. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back. 1 + 1 = 3. What? Back in uniform. Eh? Ah, yes. I don't know where the dirt comes from. That's not dirt. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff uniform. And I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So Mr. Narahado, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Yeah? Is here knocking at the door? No. Wow. Okay. I gotta find out what it is. I don't know what it is. Purple ink. Wait, what? The Russian word for wardrobe and purple ink. It all appeared to have been written with the victim's final words. This is the one had fun with one and gave birth to, which makes 3. Unless this is a weird sex joke. Okay, fine. I'll go with that. Okay, this is the only piece of evidence that I know that has the word purple ink in it. So... Yes! Yes, it's this photograph. The ink shows it. That's what caused a stain in the uniform. Ink. A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ah! You have that on your shirt. He wrote that message. Because he has that ink on his shirt. Purple rain. Ah, the penny drops. At last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stand into the back of the uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilt. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Borea do emergency stop, and both cabin doors shut. I did everything so no one would expect our angel. So Stroganoff covered it up. Biff, please.
Don't worry, Angel. I do Russian stance.
Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please. You must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What's happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one. My little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. They escaped through the ventilator in Mr. Asogi's cabin, and he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. Yes, that is right. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor.
She said she was worried when she heard the sound of something falling on the floor.
That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
What?
When you went to Mr. Sogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why?
I already told you! When Nina opened door of student's cabin and looked inside,
I was asking Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? Hello, dummy! Why? Is that the Russian word for da? Like, that's a weird font for, like, the D. I don't know, like, I'm not good with Russian. Duh. Oh. Why can't she just say it in English? Yes, that is right. Now she said it in English. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black. But, hello, Fummy. Hello, Fummy! He was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. So they're both confirming that he was dead. I understand, and I believe you. Dummy. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. A is equal to D. Okay, so that's a weird... I can't really say weird. To me, it's weird. It's a weird way of saying D. Duh. Like, some people know that, like, yes and no in certain languages. Like, how to say yes in Chinese is shi. Like, sure, why not? But how to say no in Chinese, bu dui. Oh, Mr. Schultz? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. This cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events? A kitten, on which the victim stumbled. I see that. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that does seem to be somewhat unnatural. Ah, crap. What is it? What do you mean, unnatural? Oh, crap, I don't know what he's talking about. What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Nanahado? I don't know what's unnatural about it. We've already figured out that it was an accident, and these two try to cover it up. What else could be talked about? I don't know what else. I don't know what else. I'm drawing a blank. I'm blank. Whatever answer I come up with at this point is just gonna be a lucky guess or out of limb. I honestly don't know. If Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck... Which part of this photographic print seems unnatural? I don't know! In the victim's final moments. It would have been the neck. Because he would have broken his neck. Post-mortem report. Report between that and that. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result. The strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or trace of poison. So... what? Like... the fact that he fell down forward? Is that what it is? Okay, is there any other clues I could get? Small glass object that looks like the scuff mark made by Kazuma's shoes. Okay, but we're talking about the photograph. We're not talking about anything else. I'm gonna just find out what the Russian writing means. It means wardrobe. In purple ink. That's what it means. That's what it means. For those of you who are wondering, this means wardrobe in Russian. So, it was written by Biff Stroganoff to implicate Naruhado for like a cover-up scheme. But we figured out that's not the case. Okay. Ugh. Never mind. I'm gonna save it again because I know I'm gonna screw up so many times. What is unnatural about the photograph? I don't know. I honestly don't know. The neck, the hand, the back. Let's stop and think about this. How do you break your neck? Well, you could have, I don't know, you could have broken it so many different ways. You could land backwards and break your neck on something. Maybe it's the fact that he landed forward. That's just the only idea that I'm getting from here. Album covers can be very explicit. How did he break his neck? The hand, I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's the neck. Yes! It must be that here. Surely! I got it wrong. Allow me to offer you a piece of advice regarding the pursuit of detection, my dear fellow. When noting crucial point, it'd be helpful to keep your eyes open. They were open. And it can be equally helpful to use them. Sorry. I'll try that. Okay, 3 tries left. What am I supposed to look at? I think it's plain what Mr. Scholl means by unnatural, isn't it? The word written in foreign language underneath his fingertips, surely. Particularly crass details was orchestrated by the culprit. No? No, I mean to identify another point. What are we talking about? Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. Would you land as the victim has? What of your hands? You look like the sort of fellow who stumbles with some regularity. This should be an easy task. The hands? What do I... Why do I? Okay, try again. If Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck, broke his neck, which part of this photographic print seems unnatural? The hands? Because he would have landed with his hands. Something to do with the right hand, I think, or the left hand. I'm gonna go with the right hand, because that's the only clue I have to go on. So, here! Must be here, surely. Nope! I frigged up again! Oh, God. I don't know what it is, 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 I don't know what it is! Okay, what is it? Never mind, never gonna give you up, never gonna let— oh, God. What is it? When you land as a victim has, what of your hands? I don't understand. You look like the sort of fellow stumbles with some regulae. This should be an easy task. Why do I? Where is it? As Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck, broke his neck. Which part of the photographic print seems unnatural? He would have had to land backwards. So is it his back? So here? It must be here. Surely. Oh, I fricked up. I fricked up again. Did I frig up again? I fricked up again. Alright, you know what? Let's reload and find another way. It's not the back, it's not the right hand. What is unnatural about this? How can it be unnatural? His hand, his left hand, that's the only other piece of evidence.
Yes!
Alright. His left hand. Why would his... So this is the only thing that's different. So this one I got right. Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then his fist just doesn't seem quite right. Because he would have had his hands open. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. But here we have a fist. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say. As though he were gripping something.
What do you mean?
Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? I think I have an idea of what you found. It's the broken earring, isn't it? Mr. Sholmes. Show us, please! It's the broken earring. Why, of course, my dear madame. Would I keep you in suspense? Oh my god, it is. This is what I found. It is the broken earring. Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? It tells us nothing. Oh, it tells us everything, and I know why. I'm not sure that crescent moon looks. It looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. observation, Mr. Narahado. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizing close. How did the crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe, find the answer with your own eyes. I know exactly what it means. It means she was behind it because she has the other half of it on her left ear. So it should have been on her right ear. So, here! She knows. It's blah blah blah. I'm just gonna take your voice and make you sound like Venom. Be right back. Oh god. Notice that on your ear, even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding it must have been broken, I suppose.
Eh, what?
But looking at your other ear, I noticed a crescent moon.
Ah! I don't believe it.
Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there's one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Narahado? There was a struggle in the room. Yes. Miss blah blah blah. Your Sophie must have clasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Sogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. But then the question is, why did Mr. Sogi do that? Why did he pull the earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel, you got into a struggle with him. No one can protect you now. Please, Miss blah blah blah. Tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in the cabin and I could rocks after this horrible long day.
Darka, wait.
I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Darka would not come back. Knock, knock. Clunk. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. A young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah. Ah, of course. You're Nikolona Pavlona, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Hey! Hi! How's it going? Good! Enjoying this? I'm glad I got a jog done. I was able to shower. I'm able to get a live stream done tonight. I'm gonna get ready for work tomorrow. Actually, I gotta hit the sack at around 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is the new limit because I gotta sleep earlier. So when 10 p.m. hits on here, lights out. Aren't you the Russian ballerina? Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. I knew was. How could this man from a land far east know a Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. What are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballerina company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? And it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted, and then... meow. Darker jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... Your watch hour is up? No, it ain't. I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And... I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. That's why you went... when you went to fetch help. From Seaman Stroganov, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Do you hear about the remaster for GTA San Andreas, GTA Vice City?" Yes, I'm well aware of the remaster definitive editions. That you got better graphics on all three. I'm just thinking whether I should continue GTA 3 that I got now, and it's like, oh dang it, do I have to buy the new ones and then restart the whole thing there? It's like, isn't it enough that I finished Vice City and finished San Andreas and what now? Do I have to redo Grand Theft Auto 3? Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be. Please, I have nowhere to go. You decide to help. And that's when you arrange things in Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one will suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes. I went into cabin and looked around to make sure that there was nothing to show Nima was there. And then I found stowaway and wardrobe still sleeping. Right. That's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Sasato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. So Biff Stroganoff actually put that sign back on, not Kazuma. I dragged the young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilt right on floor. I wrote, so that person found him would look inside wardrobe and find stowaway. And tell me, what did the glass spell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Asia went back to her cabin, and I finished the job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. In order to recreate the scenario that made it look like a locked room theory. Because emergency stop would cause the ship to tilt, and all the locks on the doors to close by itself. So that way it looked like a locked room theory. In other words, the only person who could have killed Kazuma would have been the person in the room. Yes. You did it. Accordingly, the SS Berea did indeed come to emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m. thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Kazuma about suppose you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the billcollar and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? So they would have all understood. Why kill Osogi anyways? Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said at first that made me scared. What he said first. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. So in other words, he had an inspector, his friend. Ah! Yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Osogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. Maybe he was going to go for the wardrobe and tell Naruhado that, yeah, we got a Russian ballerina here! Don't tell anyone! What do you think, Mr. Naruhado? Maybe he was going to introduce Pavlova to Naruhado. Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Nah. Well, Mr. Naruhado, the day's work is not done yet, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes, what action was the victim really about to take at that moment? He was going to wake Naruhado. Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? It was to the wardrobe. First, consider the victim's location with this cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, never mind, I suck at sound design. That's okay. I suck at sound design as well. I know what you mean. I tried to make a trap beat yesterday, but it didn't work. Maybe because you can't use the Akai Fire for everything. Maybe for step sequencing and corrections. Spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still, that cabin has been my home for the entire voyage. This is how the cabin looked last night, when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama. Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhado? Yes. If there's one thing I've learned today, it's that the simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to build it when you're following the gaze where it lands. So, when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Miss Kazuma looking at? The wardrobe. That's what he was looking at. Here! Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe? You never considered that possibility. That's why you were scared. And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Ah. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Sogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I can use another opinion here. He was going to look for Naruhado. That's why. Another opinion. Yes, but not from the member of the crew. No, Mr. Sogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh. No. Sadly, can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that, but I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had. So, Asogi Kazuma was killed simply because the Russian ballerina could not consider the possibility, another possibility of someone else in the room in which Asogi was going to talk to. But she just assumed he was going to pull the bell cord. So, in other words, she reacted out of fear. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. You killed my best friend! Yeah. I'm sorry. Really. I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Buria was finally laid to rest. It wasn't an accident. It was a crime of passion. In the instance when she thought she was going to be sold out, 9th January, 7:14 p.m., SS Buria, first class cabin passageway. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now, then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. Yeah, because the police force in Britain is Scotland Yard. It's not like a weird... I wouldn't say weird. It's not like a typical municipal thing with any sort of city. But it's like... Police in Britain are called Scotland Yard. Maybe it's weird to me. I don't know. I call a lot of things weird. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort it all out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? She won't be going back to Russia, then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. Is this part done for after 2 million years? Yes, I believe it is. I see. Soka. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I threatened to throw you overboard.
See him Stroganoff?
I wanted to help Ranger, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, about how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police.
That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste. But... well, do you think you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you?
Duh. Duh.
Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. Yes, I did so after all. I couldn't really expect any different. So you should get back to your cabin now. So Naruhado is going back to Japan. Like I said before, I am glad that Capcom decided to use the original Japanese name. It just sounds natural. Ryunosuke. Looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun, then. I think that only days ago, Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. That seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Miko, Toba. Susato. Susato-san. Susato-san? He's holding... Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, well... no, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosanaga just told me I should pack, you know? Ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. She's upset that Kazuma is gone. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over. Just like that. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Go ahead, say it. I'm not gonna judge you. Say it! Susato-san, we've finally come to the end of the great departure. He has such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now I know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. Never! It's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Is that Hosonaga? That is Hosonaga. He looks like me, sort of. If I just held my arms like this and I had a sailor hat. I'm gonna. And he coughs like me. Never gonna. Oh, figures. I know you're gonna say, give you up. The next line is gonna give you up, isn't it? My duty was to see Osogi-san safely to Great Britain. But I failed. And caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. I have dishonored everyone. I'll do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. Ah, figures. And I'm freaking now. At least. How? Why? Why do I have the cuffs on? Ah! Surprise, Mr. Narado. Why are the cuffs back on? Why are they gonna leave the stream? Psych, give you up. Fine, you got me there. Both you, Aaron, for changing the next line, and you, Shums, for throwing the cuffs back on. I have been double surprised. What is the meaning of this? Why, we found out the murder. Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Why? Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry. So I decided to restore them for old time's sake, shall we say? You're a stowaway after all. Ahahahaha. He thinks this is funny. Mr. Sholmes. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincerest condolences. The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you'll be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. Even though we're probably going to be sent back to Japan. I really wish you could travel through Japan. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. So Susato-san has to go. The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be. In the light of Mr. Osogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no, I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san. So... They're gonna go to Great Britain anyways. Because... I'm thinking... Not a hot... Because Susato is... the assistant, as said in here, judicial assistant who was traveling with Kazuma on study tour. She's the epitome of a Japanese lady. Poor Susato-san. Is Ryunosuke, my dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer and one study tour can continue, surely? But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. What about... Naruhodo? Proof that the Imperial is wearing the color of that. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. Miss Susato? Yes. Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Again, Naruhodo takes on another opportunity because he defended himself in court, in the Japanese Supreme Court, without Kazuma's help, and now he's filling his shoes again. He took Kazuma's place during the first trial, and now he's taken his role again to Great Britain on the study tour. Ah! But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must become... to become a lawyer in Great Britain. So there's a chance. Mr. Naruhodo. That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all this in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma. He said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. What exactly does he want to do in Great Britain? And what exactly is Naruhodo going to be up to once he gets to Great Britain? What exactly is in Great Britain that is so important that he'd have to sacrifice? That's the real question. He's passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I'll become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Miss Susato? Will you be my judicial assistant? Huh. I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. Look at Discord if you're fearless. Oh, God. Fine. I'm looking at this. Grant McDonald topic. Ram Ranch. Oh, God. What is this? I'll look at this later. But first thing first, I'm gonna look at my gift. I'm gonna finish off this episode. No, it's madness. It's fascinating. Wouldn't you agree? I was thinking about this is Sparta moment. No, this is not a Sparta moment. Fascinating. Duty and rules are all dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are of no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No? And we've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of the morning until the very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. And not talking weird again. Like in the first episode. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything to make it all up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I'll need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Narahado? Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? I will be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant, after all. Thank you! And, Mr. Narahado, I'd like you to take charge of this. Kazuma's katana. Or as they say in Japan, katana. Kazuma no katana. What, me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asogi clan for generations. I bought Doom Eternal today and I have not played it. Okay. Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it always. But somehow it's not entered into evidence. So then, Miss Susato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It will be an honor, Mr. Narahado. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study. Yes, that's exactly what I need. But, before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you, too. Goodness, what is it? Please throw me to the ground. 3 times. Why? What? I should never have doubted you. You are Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgettable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked from the inside. No! I won't let you make excuses for me. Play Modern Warfare. Why? Why? You want to see me play the no Russian part? So you can, like, oh my god, you're playing the no Russian part. Whatever the circumstances, I should have warned you, but not just once, but 5 times. Wait, I thought you said 3. Ha! That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must just take hold of me and throw me. Do it! Don't even think about it! No, I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Narahado. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Why not? Why? I observed your throwing techniques several times with great interest. I confessed I was most impressed. When did he see that? I would presume it would be a form of Japanese wrestling. Oh, well. In a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of ancient jujutsu technique. Apparently, it's called the Susato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. I am a practitioner of combative arts myself, and I am somewhat accomplished boxer. There he goes, dancing around again, looking like he's about to pop Susato in the head. I wonder if he'd be so kind as instruct me the technique of your wrestling throw. Yes, I'd be honored. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madame. Oh, of course. So now you're finally gonna Susato take down Sholmes. Are you ready, Mr. Naraharu? Sorry. Hiya! Oh god. As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Oh yes, arresting indeed, and that is the term Susato takedown, is it? Actually, no, that was a Susato squash. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from the event recently spawned with Kazuma flickering into my mind. Karuma. That's right. It's a surprise story that's been passed down through generations of the Isugi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a steady tour is more than a little irregular, surely? The Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice in two. Not that you need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course, I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. What was so important? But I'm gonna see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. Oh. Suzuku! Warida! Done! It is done. Bronze Trophy Crash Course Candidate. Ah! Finally! I did it! The Adventures of the Great Runaway Room, Episode 3. Finally! I did! Oh my god, it's so done. Alright. I did say I would finish at around 10, but I think I'll pick this up tomorrow. I don't want to spoil anything just yet. The reason why is because I gotta sleep early. I gotta at least go to bed by 10. I want to do some reading before I go to bed because I have a little bit of reading to do myself. Oh my god. Alright, so that was fun. That was good. I was expecting a little more, but it kind of settled out. So Asogi was killed simply because Pavlova was in fear of her own life. Well, not that Kasogi was gonna... Asogi. Why do I keep saying Kasogi? Oh my god. Kazuma Asogi. Might have reported her, but that's not what was gonna happen. It was basically... Naruto. She was afraid she was gonna be sent back to Russia because of whatever Russians were... Whatever thing she had going at the time. Theft of a tiara, whatnot. In any case... This part was good. I actually want to see what was going on. This is the reason why I kept saying in most of the Discord Disorder live streams that I want to get into the Great Ace Attorney. So, I'm going to stop this right here, and I will continue to episode 3. The Adventure of the Runaway Room. It seems like every single episode is like the adventure of instead of the turnabout. Because in the Phoenix Wright stories... It was the Great Turnabout, whatever this is, Turnabout. But here, the things are different. I don't know, it's a little bit different. But yeah, like I said before, I'm glad Capcom stuck with the original Japanese names. In the meantime, I'll leave this at that, and I'll end the live stream. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Aaron, for joining. I appreciate it. And I will come back, hopefully tomorrow to do this. Now that I got enough sleep, because if I don't get enough sleep, I'm way too tired to do a live stream. Alright? So I will come back tomorrow and continue to do this. Alright? So thank you all for joining, and I'll see you in the next live stream.